My intention is to record little small snippets of that energy perspective, either in energy healing ideas or what you might be feeling around you and not knowing what that is or what it might mean and what do you do about that, because definitely we are feeling energies that move around us, and sometimes we can relate them and do relate them to us, and it may not even be ours because we haven't, in our country, the United States, we haven't been vigilant about teaching our children and maintaining that thread of knowledge from our own indigenous roots, meaning mine, maybe yours too. So, what happens if you become more aware of sensations that you're feeling or voices that are in your head? What do you do? That was a question that came up in one circle, and I will tell you from my experience and understanding what I can bring to the table. We are a vibrational attractor. We feel energies, and those energies are either slow energies that would be called physical, and we might see, touch, taste, and smell them and pretty clear about what they are, where they're coming from. If they're a little bit faster, then it's going to be more like our mental receiving system. And it might feel like our mind is whirling, or lots of ideas or lots of thoughts. And what does that mean? If those vibrations coming to us are a little bit faster, we receive them in our emotional body. And that's when we might feel depressed. We don't know it. We might feel scared. We don't know why. We might feel stressed. And where's that coming from? Our emotional region. And then those that are higher yet are those that I would call intuitives. Like they're so fast that it's not really the mental body region that will pick it up or the emotional body region that will pick it up. It's certainly not going to see it or hear it with our ears. So, what do we do? What does that mean? All of us have a sensitivity to one or more of those regions. If you're an empath, what they call an empath, you have a larger bandwidth. So you're picking up vibrations that are very physical. You're picking up vibrations that are mental. And then you may also be picking up mental and emotional, or emotional and spiritual. And what do you do with that? So in my teachings, my classes, I always say to my students, we are here as a receiver of energy and a broadcaster of energy. Breathe in, breathe out. We receive, we breathe out, we broadcast. What has been the case for a lot of us is we were never taught about what that meant. It's like having the availability for being multilingual, and nobody told us we could be multilingual. And so we're hearing German and we don't understand it because all we think we know is English. It's a language capacity. So, what I always have my students do is begin by defining who and what kind of vibrations can come into their space, because this is your space, you're in charge of it. So, those that are vibrations that are more unseen, how do you know what they are and what they're saying and where they're coming from? And a lot of us have just assumed, well, okay, God is speaking to me because it's coming from outside, it's download. Not really a good idea, because up in those regions, there's a lot of tricksters, a lot of garbage, a lot of let's me control and use. So it's not a good idea to just say, oh, download from God. Now, some of you have done that and it's been okay, and you've been safe. I acknowledge that. But let's just start from scratch. This is my space. This bodysuit I inhabit and it belongs to me through my divine family from the stars. So you make a statement. I call it a reality statement. Some might call it an affirmation, but I call it a reality statement, and it fits within a process that I call reality shift, which makes it very, very different and more impactful than an affirmation alone. So, statement is something like this: my spiritual teachers and guides, those that come to me from the unseen, have the qualities of they have the qualities of integrity, my highest good. They have the qualities of generosity, wisdom, stability, joy. In other words, what of all good do you want them to bring to you? That their messages bring that to you. Maybe hope, maybe outcome of a benefit, uh, help, abilities to bring healing. You're going to decide and you're going to claim those. The qualities of my spiritual guides and teachers, those from the unseen, have the qualities of, and you name it. And then you work to fire that, to anchor it, to strengthen it by affirming it, going through the reality shift every day for maybe a week, maybe two. See what you feel. And then the other part of that is to get your brain pathways on board with that, instead of the brain pathways be like, okay, I don't know what's going on, and anybody who talks to me is from the unseen, is I'm just going to follow because there's some kind of plan. I don't know it, but I'm going to just be. Yeah, you're not that kind of a chess piece. You are conscious, you are clear, you are the one who should be authority in your space. So you make the statement, the qualities of, you affirm it, and then what you do is you get it into the brain pathways, because the brain has been programmed through our lives here in this country to be turned off, to obey, to be good factory workers. Okay, follow the leader, don't question. That's what our brains have been programmed to. So you're going to program it to something different. I am in charge, and those who come to me have these qualities. And I listen to them and I recognize those qualities in what they bring to me. First step, the very first step. On this journey, get a journal. But that's where you begin. Now, in the tag system of transformation, and as well as in the galactic and Gaia community group, there's going to be other things that will help you, other maybe short courses, conversation circles. Let's begin there. You've got energy coming towards you. You don't know what it is. First of all, claim what it is that must be intrinsic as qualities and values for any information coming towards you. And next step, we'll talk about that in a minute, in another video actually. What do you do next? So first step, set your criteria, which creates boundaries. Blessings.